Hey everyone. How are you doing today, Robin?
Hey, how are you, Kim? Good to see you.
Doing great. Good to see you too. So I'm excited to talk
We're a
about
day
this.
late.
We're a day late,
We're a
but
day late, yeah, but not a dollar short.
That's right. We had some issues that blocked us from doing it yesterday, but that's okay. We're here today. So so we're talking about diabetes awareness and prevention. So this month is National Diabetes Awareness Month. And actually on the 14th is World Diabetes Day. So it's bringing attention to diabetes. Diabetes is a huge issue in our country and worldwide as well. So I want to share some stats I think that are going to blow you away. 1 in 11 Americans have diabetes. 86 million have been diagnosed with pre-diabetes. That's 1 in 3 Americans, which is crazy. 90% of them don't even know they have it, right? Diabetes. And then every 21 seconds, someone in the US is diagnosed with diabetes. So this is not something to play around with. And Robin's going to talk about what it is. We're talking about type 2 diabetes. There's type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is the autoimmune disease, and type 2 is affects our blood sugar. It's a lifestyle driven disease. Really the best, not the best way. The main way you get diabetes too is through lifestyle choices. So that's what Robin's going to talk about, risk factors, and we want to.
All right. So type 2 diabetes, like Kim said, it's an impairment in the way the body regulates and uses sugar or glucose as fuel. It's a long-term chronic condition, and it results from too much sugar circulating in the bloodstream. And eventually, high blood sugar levels can lead to disorders of the circulatory, nervous, and immune system. So, what are the risk factors? Being overweight, that's huge. It's the main risk, is being overweight. Fat distribution, carrying more of your weight in your middle, that is a big factor. Some people, and I'm one of those people, I carry my weight in my middle. I'm very short-waisted. If you carry it in your hips, it's not as bad. So don't complain about those hips, ladies. Inactivity, the less active you are, the greater risk you are. So move, walk. It doesn't matter what you do, just move. Family history is also a risk factor. Race and ethnicity, is a risk factor. And they're not sure quite why it is, but it is a risk factor, including Black and Hispanic and Native American and Asian. So blood lipid levels, so HDL, cholesterol, is the good. And if that number is not good, that is not a good thing. And also your triglycerides. So you need to keep your triglyceride levels down and have that checked, and especially as you age. And that's the next risk factor, and that is age. And at age 45 is when you start to become at a higher risk to get diabetes. Pre-diabetes is a condition that Kim just talked about a little bit ago, where your blood sugar level is higher than normal, but not high enough to be classified as, full-blown diabetes. And left untreated, it'll turn into full-blown. And so many people don't even know they have it. They don't even know it.
Yeah.
And then the complications are heart and blood vessel disease. I'm just going to go through these really quick. Nerve damage in the limbs, kidney disease, eye damage, skin conditions, slow healing, hearing impairment, sleep apnea. Listen up, people, sleep apnea. I hear so many people who are on, what are those breathing machines called?
CPAP.
Yeah, CPAP. Listen, that is a complication from, and it could be pre-diabetes, and you don't even know that that's why you're having this. And then dementia also. So those are the risks.
Yeah,
I know what you're going to say. Yeah,
Alzheimer's is now being called the type 3 diabetes. So this is nothing to take lightly. So it's largely caused by lifestyle choices. And what I really want to talk about is, how do you lower your blood sugar levels? How do you control it? And we do it through lifestyle and mainly through nutrition. I don't want to get on my high horse, but we eat ourselves
Oh,
our way.
do.
We
Get
eat
on that high horse.
we eat our way to bad health so easily in our country with our food system. So it's up to us to reverse that. And type 2 diabetes can be reversed. If you've got pre-diabetes, that can be reversed as well. So you want to take charge of your health. How do you do that? By eating low glycemic foods. That means foods that are not going to spike your blood sugar. We want to maintain foods that are going to give us a rolling blood sugar levels, just gently up and down. But when we eat sugar, when we eat processed foods, when we eat the flours and man-made foods, we got that spike in the blood sugar and then it crash. And I was just talking to a woman earlier today who says, you know what, I fall asleep after I eat sugar. It's like I fall asleep for 2 hours. I'm like, that's not right. That's not good. You know, it's like you're crashing and burning. But eating, and when I say eating a low glycemic diet, I mean eating whole foods that are not man-made foods, but foods that come from the earth. Sorry, I got a photo bomber behind me. Foods that like are going to, with the densest nutrition, and that includes a lot of veggies, your green veggies, your omega-3s, your fatty fish, your fermented foods, sauerkraut, and I'm kind of like glossing over these but there's so many of them. But your healthy fruits and vegetables, all that is like is what you want to focus on.
I like that you brought that up, fermented foods, because someone just was asking me, I ordered a kimchi, and someone said, what is kimchi? And so I kind of explained it's fermented cabbage, right? Asian like cabbage. And then they asked about kombucha. And so like I looked into the fermented or the kombucha more. I had it, but both of those two things can help with diabetes. So, but you got to be careful with them. If you're making them at home by yourself, you got to be careful because they can go bad. So it's probably better to buy those packaged, but look at the ingredients and make sure there's like not a lot of sugar in them. So
yeah, I have a friend who makes her own kombucha. She makes a big, and she does it all right. She like bottles it and everything, and it's quite a process. But she, you know, loves it. But you got to be careful of the sugar, because there's sugar. You feed it sugar to have it grow.
Right. And then
we should have her on as a guest sometime to talk about that.
Pardon me?
We should have her on as a guest sometime.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. The other thing about the kombucha that I looked up, because I really wanted to learn more about it, it says it's compatible or comparative to green tea. So to me, drink green tea. It is so good for you.
Especially with matcha. That takes it up another level. I know you don't like that, but
yeah,
I know. But
if you don't like it, just drink regular.
Yeah. And cinnamon is a great one. Okay, we're almost there. Cinnamon, berberine is an herb that helps. And then walking after every meal will help to bring your blood sugar levels a more even keeled. So keep that in mind. Like if you're, after a meal, go out and walk for 10 minutes. That's all you got to do.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. That was great. And we'll see you guys next week.
All right. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, we're stopped.